So much for transition. We just went straight for a jump. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Welcome to Wickin It and Kickin It. Hope everybody's keeping warm out there. I'm a little envious of those of you that live in warm climates. Somebody we know is in Disneyland today, of all places, while the rest of us are freezing our asses off. But hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope you guys didn't get snowed in too bad. I've seen a couple snow pics. Feel free to send in your snow pics along with your desk checks and hand checks and all that tonight. I haven't really even been able to see the damage outside from the third floor here. I've just been chilling inside, like always. Not too much different than the usual. Cheers, Hippo. It is time for a coffee. And anybody else out there? wrong tube. That'll warm you right up. Nice hot cup of Joe. Still occasionally ripping on that Cloud Chemist, right? That we tasted last week. The Heisenberry Crunch. Not bad. Really, really good cereal liquid. Occasionally at times, I sometimes will lose some of the blueberry notes if I'm ripping on it too much. Take a break, puff on something else, go back to it, the blueberry comes back. Of course, the Bonza Pro for a dual coil RDA. It does flavors justice, and we're getting a good rip off of that sumbitch. Hope everybody out there is enjoying something tasty. Let me know what you guys are rocking with tonight. Gonna take a little break from mixing this week. We did 2 weeks in a row. Many of you probably saw the 2 videos I posted throughout the week. The Squonkers did come. They landed. I got one rocking right now and one we got to get going. If we got time, maybe we'll fumble around later. Maybe draft up a recipe idea or something. We'll see. Kind of just want to hang out, get a couple things wicked up, and just have a nice, relaxing Monday, chilling with my homies. But yeah, feel free to send your stuff in, guys, for through Discord DMs, Facebook Messenger. I've already snagged a couple pictures. There's one there. Sweet. Let's see who's here. I'm floundering. I didn't really get a lot of sleep last night. So my brain is all kind of mush. So that coffee couldn't kick in any sooner. Arnie was the first one in the house, followed by J. Logan. Arnie says, hey. J. Logan is present. Kim. Hello, Kim. She's saying hello to everybody. Patrick is not feeling well. Hope you feel better, buddy. I was actually just texting him. Hopefully his pizza gets there in time and he's actually able to taste it and enjoy it. Dean, I'm live, kiddo. All right. Stolen says howdy, howdy. Yes, you can have a Dr. Pepper. I don't care. Just don't take the last Dr. Pepper out of the fridge without letting me know so I can put put some back in to get cold. That was my only issue. Of course, you can have Dr. Pepper. Wonder what's gonna be WIK today. I don't know. You guys are gonna help me. I got it narrowed down between 2 different RDAs for the Squonker, and then I want to rotate a different tank in. I was rocking the Dwarf all week last week. I chugged through like 100 mils of Oh My God, It's Blueberry. It was like a blueberry, like a full-on blueberry freaking extravaganza this past week. It was Oh My God, It's Blueberry. We were rocking the Heisenberry Crunch. I set up my citrus palmberry in the new Squonker. By the way, in case you haven't seen it, there is the BT Custom Squonk in all of its glory. Still super shiny, about as polished as anything's ever been polished. Nothing has caught the amount of glare from on camera here than this mod and that freaking super high polish that Matt Bennett does. The camera does not do it justice. The pinks, the hidden blues and golds underneath. Oh my gosh. I originally thought that it was mostly going to just look like that, or kind of like what that drip tip looks like. Even in the back, I don't know if you could see some of the hidden blues in the drip tip. Oh my gosh. Now, citrus palmberry doesn't go quite well with coffee, but man, I feel like it's a super, super highly slept on recipe. Nice and refreshing. The Vena with the NI90 firecracker on the inside it's been ripping on this thing. There's one little thing that I didn't notice in my video as compared to the older BT Custom Squonks. There's a cutout on the contact now. So instead of just see it right there? That little curve. So when you hit it, it goes around the contact there, around the 510. The old one was just flat, and it just tapped it, like the edge of it flat. That little curve allows to make more contact with the 510. And I'm telling you, same internals, same 510, same build, same battery, everything. This mod hits harder than the 21700 version. My good Lord. Patrick's down with the sickness. Brian Enoch, advocate for boobies. Hello, everyone. And as a matter of fact, my video couldn't have come out at a better time because Matt Bennett announced earlier today there will only be 7 more DB Squonks made. 7 more. Due to the rising cost of silver, he's only got enough contacts left to make 7 more. So if you like what you saw and you want one of those bad boys, time is running out. Corporate Jason says, hey, love y'all. Big Wick Energy hitting the chat from my main man Dell. Mike DeVries, what's up, dude? Hope you're able to take a little bit of break to chill out. All them hours you've been working, my dude. Shout out to Mike. Working hard, doing what he's got to do to support that family. I know he's not the only one, but man, that guy works a lot of hours. Hungry Hippo is keeping it warm with his left hand. Nice evening, folks. Not much, just doing some Valentine's shopping and birthday shopping. I haven't had to do Valentine's shopping in years. I don't miss it. I don't have any snow picks, but we have been in negatives the last 4 days. Yeah, I'm not. What are we at? We're not in the negatives. It actually got warmer today. We're in the teens. 14 degrees in Rochester, New York, with a low of 9. Feels like 1. It says it feels like 1. Whatever that means. Andrew, hello from the banned vape state of New York. One of the few hardcore vapors left in this state. Hey, what's up, dude? You'd be surprised. We're spread out, but we're still here in New York. Shout out to you, man. I'm in New York as well. Welcome to Wickin It Kickin It, man. Great to see you. Yeah, we're spread out, but we're here, my man. I will say vape shops, for sure. They're all but completely wiped out in Rochester, New York. Thank goodness for the online community. Advocate for Liberty saying hello to everyone. Ronnie Jim, good evening all. Get to watch and not just listen. Yo, that's awesome, dude. Ronnie, what's up? He's not driving home, which is a blessing in this weather, right? I didn't even really notice. Like, I know in certain areas it definitely did. Like where Tim and Cassie are, it definitely did snow. Did it really snow as bad in some areas as they expected it to? Like, I know it did in Vermont. I can't really tell from up on the 3rd floor. I can tell that it snowed. I just can't tell how much. Tim NZ, good afternoon. All the way from New Zealand. That's what's up. Good to see you again, Tim. Lady Liberty says hello to everybody. Hello, hello. No new hand checks here. Still using the same 7 setups till the juice runs out. That's what's up. You're going to have more on the way. Hopefully I can get it all completed tonight, my dude. Quiet all day. The cat's now whining. Tim says warm. That's a myth. 3rd day, sub-zero temps and over 22 inches of snow today. Yeah, see? I'm on strike. Plus I pulled a calf muzzle creating snow. Creating snow. Gaming Vapor just liked and subscribed to the channel. Dude, thank you so much. Welcome to Wickin It and Kickin It. I do get a little bit behind in the chat, so I apologize. I hope you're still here. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to our new members of chat. Hopefully you're able to stick around and hang out, get to meet some people, have some fun. That's what we try to do here. We try to lift each other up, have a good time, make Mondays a little bit more bearable, start the week off with some positive vibes, get some things set up for the week. 21 Celsius or about 70 Fahrenheit in New Zealand. Oh, clearing, not creating. Gotcha, Tim. Hey, Mallory, what's up? Great to see you. Hippo should build a Squonk up. You should, indeed. Squonk life. Tim finally broke down and ordered the laptop for the 3D project so my streaming PC can have a break. Going to find out if the 5070 Ti lives up to the hype for 3D rendering. Whatever that is, I hope it does too. Dead Rabbit 4 on the Republic or the Nitrous on the Pulse 3. You've been really cranking on that Dead Rabbit 4 a lot lately. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say Nitrous on the Pulse V3. But I don't want to pry you away from the Dead Rabbit 4 if you've been enjoying it. I bet you it's going to rock on the Republic. So if you haven't squonked with it yet, you probably should actually go with the Dead Rabbit V4. Give me it! Yeah. Nitrous. Lady says Nitrous. Beautiful, totally jealous. Aw, thank you. I'm sorry to make you jealous. Jeremy M, yo! Heath, there he is. Yo, what up, dude? What's up? Better contact versus flat. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I wonder if they did that with the Icebox too. I bet you they did. Nick would know. Nick would know. He's got a nice box. He's here. Got a stash 2.1. One of my dream mods. Yo, sick. Congrats, dude. Dalton, what's up? It's been all right, man. I've been hanging in there. I actually, you know, I've been hanging out and watching old 80s movies, man. They just don't make movies like they used to in the 80s, man. I'm telling you. And it occurred to me that Dean's never seen The Goonies. Totally got to watch The Goonies. Just hoping the VG warms up enough to mix tonight. It was too cold in the office yesterday. Oh, you know, I never thought of that. Would you shush? You've been quiet all day. Dalton. Like Steve found out last week, we're going to have a boy. Yo, congrats. Yo, this calls for a shots and prayers. Mike, adding a boy to the family. Shots and prayers to you and the fam. And to that little boy on the way. Shots and prayers, brother. Love to hear it, dude. Was thinking the nitrous too. Yeah, you can't go wrong, man. Can't go wrong. Got a can of whoop-ass snow, and it's still coming down hard, says Tim. Got like 2 feet at least, but at least it's warmer today than it was Saturday. That's true. Still snowing, 23 inches in this part of New York. Thanks. And awesome to find this channel. Dude, I'm stoked you found the channel, man. Hell yeah, dude. I freaking love it when somebody new finds their way here, comes and introduces themselves. If anyone else is new, please feel free. We're here every Monday, start at 7 p.m. Eastern. Hanging out, wicking it and kicking it. Every now and again, I throw something pre-recorded up on the channel. I need to start doing more shorts. Maybe with things slowing down a tad, maybe we can start doing a little bit more of those. Those are fun. Those are fun to make. We lucked out. The rain stopped. Little ice. Oh, that's right. Some places got freezing rain. Little ice, just really cold. Okay. Yo, this cookie cane and the recoil V3 on the Hexome is so good. Yo, cookie cane coming to the end of its run. I do have one last tank full here. In, you know, cookie cane. I've been running nothing but cookie cane in this setup for over a year. We're going to have to switch it up. We're probably going to be pulling it from the menu at the end of January here. So last call on cookie cane. Yum. I don't know. I guess I'll probably go back to putting skeleton key in the old billet box. Voltrobe combo. Stop saying the 4-letter words. No, it's shit no one wants. Yeah, I'm sorry, Valerie. Dicky Mo. Yo. Hope all are staying warm indeed. Glad to see new subscribers chatters here. Yeah, dude, it's awesome. I love seeing it. We're almost at 300. We're 2 away from 300. I think, unless he subscribed since the channel, the thing started. Hold on, let's see where we at. Oh, whoa, we hit 300. 300. Let's go. That's a pretty big deal for me, man. We're not like a major channel, but 300. I never, you know, when I started this a year and a half ago on YouTube, never even imagined hitting 100. I love this cool little thing we got going here, man. I appreciate every last one of you. And shout out to the replay crew. I know you guys are there. My replay crew across the pond, and we got some Aussie and New Zealand friends who watch. I see you guys. I see you guys. I have Squonked with the 4. It's really, really good as a Squonk. Okay, cool. Streaming PC screamed at you yesterday? Had to clear cache twice. Can't take the chance again. Yeah. What leg length you running on the Recoil 3 RDA? Dual 6mm and 7mm for a single. Although I think one of the singles I did 6.5 and it worked out okay. But ideally, I think everybody's recommending 7 for a single coil. Yeah, 6mm. And then what I do is I'll tighten them down and I'll like give them a tug upwards a little bit. Steve agreed. I love 80s movies still, dude. I watched some 90s movies too. But so we were joking around about Biodome a couple weeks ago. That's 90s, obviously. Man, I forget all that I watched. But I watched Biodome. I watched Major League last night. Classic. Major League. Hello, Neil. He's saying hello to everyone. Not a Fed, yeah. Jason is not a Fed. Everybody. It's a bit too cold for shorts. Yeah. Good point. I'm actually wearing shorts right now. Woohoo! Congrats. Yes. Neil says, Steve, I have a question. Holding off on ordering some flavors because I have to set in the extreme. Cold. Does it matter, or will they be okay in the cold? They should be okay in the cold. PG doesn't freeze. They should be okay. Actually, with temperatures as cold as they are, it's actually the perfect time during the winter. I gotta have Dan send me a shipment of the secret sauce, our special additive. A couple liters of our special additive, because it stays in the deep freeze, and he sends a couple liters at a time. And I don't know, might not be as much of a priority on putting dry ice into the package with the temperatures where they're at. Oh my god, it's blueberry and raspberry in rotation for a while now. So good. Thanks, dude. Thank you. So glad you're enjoying those. We'll watch Biodome at least once a year. Viva Lost Biodome. Hell yeah. Sat down for the longest time and finally figured out his name. It will be Colt Allen DeVries. I love that name. Dude, congrats again, Mike. Mike, building a beautiful family. Andrew says there's a lot of 80s and 90s and early 2000s on ATSC 1.0 on the OTA antenna. Oh, okay. And it's free broadcasting. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, cool. That's freaking great to know, man. Thank you. Hello, daughter-in-law. Let's see. But Dickie Mo, we live up on the Great White North. No shorts here. I'm always rocking shorts. Birdie! Great to see you, man. Great to see you. So many freaking amazing people in chat tonight. I freaking love you all. Yeah, I think we pretty much went over everything, though, that I have running. A little update, though. I do have the trusty old Elder Dragon. The recipe tester. Second week in a row, the white chocolate raspberry ice cream, the recipe that we worked on a couple weeks ago, we adapted it a little bit. Happy to say that those small little tweaks we made definitely helped the raspberry hold at least through the week steep. But making 30 mils at a time At least I got a little bit more to last until this Monday, but a few more refills of the RDA, and that bottle's going to be gone. We lowered the cotton candy. We lowered the white chocolate. And we bumped up the premium raspberry just a tad. And I gotta say, I think the VTA white chocolate almost could stand to go even lower to like 0.25% or go away. But it's so much better after a week. Not that it was bad, because I polished off the first 30 mil. Now I polished off a second, but a little bit better. Sometimes less is more. Absolutely delicious. I'm loving that. And the SSA, the creme de la creme, that is in there to kind of help the ice cream base, I'm actually able to pick up that very distinct vanilla note from the creme de la creme that's being added to the Flavor West vanilla bean ice cream. It's just more distinguishable now. Cotton candy was muting it out. So lowering some of the percentages of a couple of the flavorings actually brought more nuance to the recipe. Really enjoying it. Let's see. I'll let you cut. If I would go outside now, I would have nipples that will cut glass. That will cut glass. Yeah, Birdie says, I'll let you cut me. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Another little sip of coffee. And yeah. I did do a little, you know what? Let's see. Can I reach it? Can I reach it? While we're here, actually, and we're checking in on the white chocolate raspberry cheesecake, my dumbass forgot to grab an additional mod. I've got 2 tester RDAs running, and I've only got my 1 mod out. That was the whole purpose in getting another, and getting the Odin Mini was supposed to be for another mod. We also did a red velvet cake mix cookie. If you look up red velvet cookie, you're going to find, like on Google, you're going to find all these easy recipes for making red velvet cookies utilizing red velvet cake mix. It's kind of like a hack. I'm happy to say that after 6 days, well, it's 7 now, but I was tasting it yesterday. It's much, like, I was enjoying it, but you could tell it needed that time. It needed that time to steep. Some of the volatiles from the lava cake and that red velvet have kind of calmed down. I do still think we could have standed to raise the red velvet flavora a little bit. Tim was right, like it does kind of fade. Obviously there's so much else going on in there. I do wish I had the Wonder Flavors red velvet. The red velvet itself, the note is mostly present on the exhale, but it is tasting like a pretty darn tasty, like a chocolate cookie. Red velvet is a type of chocolate, so like the red velvet essence is there, but it's Still kind of more or less like a chocolate cookie with a cream cheese frosting. And I still think it has a little bit more time to grow. The cookie will and the bakery layers are going to continue to stand out a little bit more. But all the off notes that were present off the shake completely gone now. And it's really coming around. So yeah. We'll see how that continues to do. Really happy with how these mixes have been turning out since we started mixing again on the show. Where we might not do anything DIY related tonight, but we are going to continue doing it more regularly. Like even probably next week, we'll probably get back into mixing something. I had that coconut lemon recipe that I wanted to mix up. Next week will be 3 weeks for that Oreo cookie blizzard from Master Shake. We'll have to taste that next week. And I've got a couple other ideas cooking around in the old noggin that I want to put together. So we're gonna stay getting into them. But does it taste like Yoo-hoo? No, it does not taste like Yoo-hoo. Unknown, what's up, dude? Hopefully your package arrives on time. It still says it's estimated by tomorrow. Which tomorrow comes sooner for you than it does for me, my friend. But I'm going to see what we can throw up onto the screen here. Not a whole lot of you guys sent stuff in as of yet, but that's okay. You're not obligated to. And I didn't find a whole lot just poking around the Discords this past week. Let's see. We got Dale. Oh, yeah. Dell. I definitely want to try that carrot cake. Dell found like it's an old like a sick boy liquid. He got it from a local shop. Oh, yo, that's sexy as hell, Ronnie Jim. I'm sorry, Ronnie. Dell knows of a good carrot cake liquid by Sick Boy. If any of you have ever tried it, let me know. He says it's pretty banging. Dude, a good carrot cake, that's like a mixer's dream right there. Wedding Crasher. Yeah, Wedding Crasher. There you go. Tiny TJ! Sorry, headphone users. Hope you're well, Steve-O, and all you other folks. I am well. Once that live stream button gets pressed, dude, I get super amped up. I was pretty low energy all day today, actually, until now. Made a banana butterscotch malted milkshake and used a hint of liquid amber. Oh, at 0.15%, and it tastes like a banana cigarette. Interesting. Not what I was expecting, but I like it. I've never considered trying liquid amber with banana. Interesting. Hey, as long as you like it. As long as you like it, my dude. I'm also going to share a picture that I took. I organized my cabinet a little bit, and I still have not built the shelf. I still have not pulled out the new camera and tried to get it up and running and figuring it out yet. I've been slacking on that. The winter weather, whether you go outside or not, it still makes you want to be lazy. Hoping it turns up tomorrow, and I think my sturdy TI turns up just before the steep is finished, so I can put that cookie cane in a burrow. Yo, the cookie cane, so legit in a burrow. So legit in a burrow, dude. But I organized my cabinet a little bit. And I want to share a picture of it because Let's see. We got Heath. Boom, boom, boom. Heath sent that. Heath sent that. I stole that picture of snow. Cassie, Dell, Ronnie. And where is that picture of the cabinet? There it is. There's the picture of the cabinet. Boom. There we go. Let's see. And we'll get these posted. Give it a second and we'll get them up on screen. I did just mix up a 60 ml of one of these. This is after running some JMW vanilla rum custard for 2 weeks straight. Let's go, dude. Let me snag that and we'll take a look at it after we check out these few hand checks. Let's see. Get that in the background. Come on, open up. You can do it. You can do it. Let's see. All right, that's all ready to rock. Let's take a look, see at what a few of you guys are enjoying tonight. Thank you for posting in the JW group, Heath. Always appreciated. Seeing activity on there. Come on. You can do it, computer. You can do it. We're slowing down. We're slowing down. Okay. PC booted, a bit of chill over here, but this is where the links are. Hell yeah. Biodome is such a great movie to watch. Yeah, it is. Thank you for keeping the information flowing there. Still rocking Lady Liberty's maple bourbon. Hold on a second. Stolen. We got to get stolen. We'll get you added, buddy. We'll get you added. Boom. I don't know what happened. My phone started making all these new notification sounds that it never made before. I actually kind of like it. Let's go to edit post. There we go. Now we can add one from stolen. Done. Save. Boom. Loving that maple bourbon life. Yes. And before we get going here, guys, remember, mental health is hyper important. If you're struggling, please know you're not alone. And if it's needed, you can visit that website right there or dial 988 for assistance. I forget the number, the UK number as well. If Duchess pops in sometime tonight, he will post the UK number in chat. Super hyper important, especially this time of year. Please feel free to reach out to any of the lovely people here in chat if you ever need to talk. And that goes both ways. Make sure that you're reaching out to people, letting them know that they're loved. Ask them how they're doing. You never know whose day you could change. Stolen's going to start mixing come April. Let's go. Hippo finished up the nitrous on the pulse. I'd send a hand check, but it's a nitrous on the pulse. I got you. All right. I have to actually refresh this. All right. Now we can go. Oh man, I'm really slowing down here. I might need to close the YouTube window out. Reach out, not reach around, Birdie. Ha! Ha! Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to close the YouTube window for now. I think. Just too much. I don't know why. Everything was running fine. Share screen. Facebook. There we go. Let's get her going. Open that up. Bam. We got a few pictures to start off here from Heath. Heath has got the Innova. Is that the K1? I believe that's the Ambition Mods K1. I had my eye on that mod for a while. Can't go wrong with a DNA 60 device. And that Innova, if you like a really nice restricted draw, whew. And I tell you, this tank really does wonders if you like things like chocolates, caramels, things like the maple bourbon cheesecake did really well in there. But it really, for some reason, brings out the best of chocolates in a restricted direct lung. And Heath asked, where can I get a bottle top popper? The only place that I know, Bull City Flavors. He decided to pick himself up a couple flavor packs to get started on his DIY journey. Little super sweet. The flavor packs are pretty dang decent place to start. But I will say, don't get way too ahead of yourself and just immediately start ordering every flavor that sounds good. Trust me. But I think the cereal pack and the dairy pack are good packs. There's a few really good packs that are great for beginners there at Bull City. They did a pretty good job putting most of those packs together. And his cookie cane, he's got a brand new tip from Typhoon Tips for the recoil, the R3, or is that the old school? I think that's the R3 on the Hexome. Like I said, guys, last call for cookie cane. That one looks nice and steeped. I think he was the first person to order once Cookie Cane went live. This is the picture that I stole from Tim. This is what he was dealing with. And I quote, "Fuck snow," was the caption underneath this picture. I'm sorry, Tim. Lady Liberty got her R3 on the Gower. Pumpkin pecan cheesecake with maple whipped cream. One of my absolute favorites from Lady Liberty. I even like it better than the maple bourbon cheesecake. It's a victory for her because I never liked the pumpkin before I tried this. There is this other sick boy liquid. This is Dell. Dell's living that Jocko life on the Hexome. Praline vanilla ice cream. Yo, that sounds so good. Yum yum. Ronnie, the Grim Army Skeleton Empire R3, all super matchy in green. Love it. Love it. I'm guessing that's in single coil mode, running on the Empire. And here's my cabinet. It's really hard to get a good clear shot of this cabinet. I moved a couple things off the desk. I had to make room. You kind of see we got the Squonk shelf. There's a couple AIOs sitting up there because where else were they going to fit? These are my regulated Squonks. You guys have seen the mech Squonks. A regular staple in the collection. This is where I keep all the regulated Squonks. These two are dead. But actually, we got the single working a little bit. This is mostly dual coil RDAs on mechs, except one RTA on a mech there. That's the tube shelf, basically. And then the RTA shelf. And there's another little AIO. That's actually got to go to someone that was donated to help someone I know get into burrows. The RTA shelf. A few side-by-sides. Getting into the dual battery mods. The dual. Well, this is a single coil RTA. and the dual coil RTAs. Yes, sir. I'm really, really happy to get that organized a little bit and a little more straightened out. I like it a lot. And then Stolen with all those sexy mech setups, dude. Ooh, and he's got a Jaka. He's got the Jaka. He's got the Swordfish. He's got the Sidekick. He's got whatever the heck that thing is. I forget. The Regenesis. Let's go, dude. Is that the legal or the Zoo RDA, whatever special edition Zoo RDA that was? Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up. Let's see. Yeah, from left to right, FDH Sugar Moon Pie, FDH Twisted Timmy's collab, that's Aliens Are Outside, FDH The Big E, JMW Gimme Samoa, and JMW Oh My God It's Blueberry from left to right in those setups. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, Stolen. And that is that. That is that. I want to show something real quick, since we're actually on my page, and I don't mean to bring things down, but last year, around this time of the year, every year, I like to do a little shout out for my buddy Shane. I was going to wait until next week, but this is my buddy Shane. This is us at a Bills game years ago. Shane passed away February 1st, 2021. As you can see, this is February 2nd, 2021. I put that picture on my profile the day after, and it's been up there ever since. Shane is a big reason why I'm so passionate about helping people quit smoking and so passionate about being involved in the vape community and advocating for vaping as, you know, good for the protection of public health and the absolute best smoking cessation tool in the world. Shane smoked till the day he died, and that is ultimately what killed him. Contributed to his heart problems. Rest in peace, Shane. But the reason why I wasn't going to wait until next week is because I actually just found out a few days ago that his mother passed away. Like I said, I don't mean to bring the stream down, but I wanted to do a little shots and prayers for my homie Shane and for his family. His mother was like a second mother to all of us growing up. Our group of friends. If there was two places where all of our group of friends hung out, got into trouble, it was at my house with my mom and his house with his mom. Both of them fully believed that if we were partying at home, at least we were somewhere safe and not driving around and drinking and, you know. But real quick, shots and prayers to my buddy Shane's family. And like I said, he's a main reason why I'm so passionate about this vaping stuff. So yeah, if I can find my way back to my control panel. All right, we are back. We are back in action. We got to catch up here. Yeah, the K1. Okay, sick. I was right. Let's see. First thing this morning before I went out to clear the snow. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Just want to put my fingers in your cabinet. Yeah. Jaka will never leave Dell's hand. A little jealous of your cabinet. Thanks. That's the stuff where I pull from. A lot of times the things that all my squonks and my mechs like my smaller mechs, like my clutches, my Denali's, and my Hexomes, and then I keep my trusty paranormal out on my desk. Everything else goes into the cabinet. So when I'm deciding on what we're gonna do for the stream, I usually try to pull at least one thing out of the cabinet a week or every other week. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for that. So sorry, Stevo. Sounds like he was a fantastic guy, and his mom as well. Rest in paradise, Shane and Shane's mom. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I mean, he was my best friend for so many years. I was going to try to find a picture. There was a picture. It was basically a selfie with a Kodak Fun Saver camera that we took when we were like 16 or 17. We just got back from Buffalo, New York. We went to go see Hum. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the band Hum. You know, have you ever heard the song, She Thinks She Missed the Train to Mars, She's Out Back Counting Stars? That band. Anyway, tripping balls. Pupils fucking like, blah, you know what I mean? And it's just one of my favorite pictures of all time of the two of us. And I was going to post it and share it, but I couldn't find it. I got to actually find the actual printed photo and then take a picture of it with my phone so we can share it. What's up, Paul? Paul Cole, keeping it cloudy, of course. But yeah, by the time 2020 rolled around and I was graduated from the halfway house, a year sober, living on my own again, Shane was the only other friend at the time that was sober. So we kept in touch a lot more often than many of the other friends that I grew up with. That I unfortunately had to cut a lot of people off when I decided, you know, I was going to make serious changes in my life. But yeah. Hell yeah on that succulence. Let's go, dude. Hell yeah. And believe it or not, Shane was attempting to transition to vaping. Just got to it a little too late, I guess. He did. It was like right at the beginning of the JMW journey too, I think. But enough about that, guys. TJ did share a recipe. I did say we would take a look at it, and then we're gonna get going on an RDA. I don't know. Let me know. I've got 2 RDAs. Maybe you can help. It's between the Karma RDA or the B2K is what I was thinking of wicking up. They're already built. We just got to wick them up. Both the coils in them are pretty much brand new. Probably only been wicked up once or twice. So we got to decide between the Karma RDA or the B2K. The B2K does not currently have a home. So I was kind of leaning that way. But the Karma does look pretty sick. But TJ did share a recipe. So let's take a look at that real quick. DIY, okay. Let's see. Ain't Life Peachy. Ain't Life Peachy. Ooh. Apricot flavor art at 1%. Flavora cream at 1.5%. Oh, nice. Okay. That's actually 1.5%. It's gonna really come through quite a bit. That Flavora cream. Peach. Ooh, the OG peach white flavor art. One of my first favorite peach flavorings that I ever fell in love with. At 2%. White peach flavor art at 2%. Super sweet cap at 0.75. So it's a sweet one. Ooh. Vanilla custard, the OG. Capella Custard V1 at 6%. So a peach custard. Very nice. I bet you get that nice OG custard vibe. Smooths it out a little bit more with some of that cream with some accents of peach, apricot to back it up. I like it. I like it. It looks good. Yes, another custard. I've been working on a custard base since I started DIYing over 3 years after 4 100 count bags of 30 ml bottles from BCF. Here we freaking are. Hell yeah. Once you find something that you enjoy, that works for you, it's a great feeling. This is a peach rendition using my custard base. Delicious. Needs a good steep for everything to even out. Yeah, I can imagine. That custard V1 from Cap definitely needs it. Give it a mix and let me know. You know, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that in these up and coming weeks here. I want to, actually, I'm going to do this. Adapt this. And we're going to go Tiny TJ. And we're going to save this. Keep it private because that's his recipe. We're going to save this and maybe we'll mix that up in the upcoming weeks if he doesn't mind. Doing it on the show, I mean. Looking good, dude. Looking good. I don't use that vanilla custard very often. But sometimes in the right mix, I do enjoy it. So, we got to close that out. Close that out. There we go. B2K. Unknown says, my Elder Dragon is getting delivered to Nate's today, apparently. Oh, sick. I know the cream is high, but it blends with the cap. Yeah, well, when you got that Cap V1 in there, depending on what you want that cream to do, I guess it kind of does make sense to use it a little higher. Hey, Willie, what's up, dude? So far we got 1 vote for the B2K. Let me drip a little bit of this and take a rip. The B2K does not currently have a home. Originally, I had it on a different BT custom squonker because the BTK is the only RDA I have that has a white cap. And it does get run on there sometimes, but then I got this other beauty ring and drip tip combo that matched that mod so much, so there's a different RDA on there. So we're voting between the B2K RDA 23 millimeter direct lung squonk addy or the Karma, the good old fashioned Karma. This is actually just the cap beauty ring. To go on to the new SVB Click That Hammer Time Squonk. This sexy mamma jamma right here. Currently, the Karma is on top of this with the black cap. And if I take it off of there, then that one, it is what it is. Eventually, you end up with a mod that doesn't have an RDA on it. We got 1 vote for B2K and 1 vote for the Karma. The Karma is going to look sick on there. I will say, the guy who created this mod, who designed this mod, the Karma is his favorite RDA. 2 votes for the B2K. One Karma, 2 B2K, 3 B2K. What's up, J-Bab? Bro, you have some badass squonks. Thank you. B2K at 3 votes. All right. Looking like we're leaning B2K. Yo, cheers. I hate taking your other RDA away, but the caramel will look sweet on the new one. It will. I mean, I can always put the karma on it another day. But what happens is when I start swapping RDAs around, I end up getting into this like super OCD thing where like all the mods end up getting shifted, or like all the RDAs end up getting shifted around. Then I start switching caps and switching beauty rings and drip tips and create, you know what I mean? That is one of my favorite things about like not just squonking, because it works for all devices, all addies. The matchy effect, you know, the matchy becomes an addiction, but particularly with squonkers, because there's other elements that you can change that some mods don't, like different color bottles, some have different color doors that you can swap out, buttons that you can change out, different color caps for the RDAs, different beauty rings, drip tips, all that stuff. But yeah, you'd be surprised how matchy you can get with something just by like say matching a cap color with the color of bottle. You know what I mean? I like the B2K, just don't like that you have to pretty much use big honking coils in it. Yeah, this does have a 3mm NI90 coil in it. And it does pretty good with that 3mm in it. But I guess we'll go B2K. Whoa, we gotta show this off. I'm just gonna show it off like this rather than wait. Jeremy M just shared a picture of his new stash box. Looks like it's got, are those control panels? Or they could be from someone else, but he's got some of those custom honeycomb panels on there. I love ultimate flat black. Yes, I do too. The stash box. See if we can get a little bit more focused. His stash box, BMM. There we go. A little bit more focus. All matched out. That's a unicorn right there for Jeremy M. I know how you feel. When I finally got my Billy Club, oh, love that, dude. Thank you for sharing that. Doppo just released a new Squonk, the flip side. Yes. All right. Let's get this out. I think I'm gonna leave this cap on, this drip tip. I actually see the B2K is interesting because it came in so many different kits, and some of the kits came with different style 810 drip tips, and I don't like the 810 drip tips I don't like the drip tips that this version came with. But I found this one, and it's got a tiny minimal amount of drip tip overhang, but it fits. It fits like the overall aesthetic of how like the saucer kind of overhangs, and then this drip tip kind of gives you like a secondary saucer effect. And I think that's going to work. I think that's going to be real comfortable on there. So let's get this bad boy wicked up. And I think I have a liquid in mind already. An Elder Dragon is my unicorn. Yo, the Elder Dragon is top notch. Control panels. Okay, awesome. Oh, let me take one more head off of this real quick. Got the TRVB Caviar edition. Yeah, I forget which edition this one is. It's the one that came in the silver tin. Volume 5. Volume 5. All right, we got to put those boxes back. Pop this RDA. Yes, the flip side. Yo, yeah, the flip side looks cool as hell. It looks like they took the top side single and the top side dual and kind of mashed them together into one 21700 mod. And I like how the Squonk bottle is on that like kitty corner on the right side of the mod there. Want to rebuild the R3 and set it up on the Black Skeleton Empire. Yo, yeah, that's gonna look sick. Let's see. Let's get this down here. Just ordered a red flip side. Now, who has them? Not that I need to be ordering mods. I just got 2 new mech Squonks. Man, it's tempting. Who has them to order? Caviar has polished stainless steel cap. Instead of the media blasted. Okay, yeah. Mine came with oh, okay, 101. The media blasted, a white, an ultim, and a black. All right, and this actually kind of fits because the liquid that that I'm really itching to get set up tonight is a Mao liquid, and this is one of Mao's coils. This doesn't want to. There we go. Let's see. Can we get it? Does not want to focus for me tonight. There we go. That's a little better. This is one of Mao's coils. This is triple 28 gauge NI90 with, I believe, 38 gauge NI90 on the outside, 6 wraps. It was supposed to come in lower, but it comes in at a 0.24. So, which works for what we want to do here tonight. So, bear with me here. There we go. 187. Yeah, give it a couple weeks and the flip side will be everywhere. Yeah, I might even wait until they start popping up secondhand, or I'm not in a super rush. There we go. Yeah. Bam. 3mm cotton. You know what? I could probably get away with using 2.5mm cotton because it is thicker, and that is getting to the bottom of that jar. 187 was a great 80s movie. Yeah. Another reason I definitely wanted to get this set up with some kind of like a dessert bakery type of liquid. So, because the last time I ran the B2K, I was running some kind of beverage. I'm not gonna pull this all the way apart, but even I think the 2.5mm cotton is still a little thick for a 3mm coil in some sections of it. But this will work. FDH wicks for the win, nice and easy. We might actually have time to do more than what I originally had planned tonight. Let's see. Oh no, see, that's feeling kind of snug. I'm gonna peel another little sliver off the side here. Give this a twisty twist. 187 on the undercover cop. Yeah, and you don't stop, cause it's 187 on the undercover cop. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. Give it the old back and forth. Now, let's see. I want to kind of snip that like that. Kind of right there. Bam. Basically right at that bottom O-ring. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fluff it up. Not really so much thin it out. I want to fluff it up. I want to make these nice and blown out, basically. Because it's a very shallow deck until you put the cap on. And if you can get the wicks to be nice and fluffed up, it helps create an extra wall, like an extra barrier around this edge here. So nice and fluffed up. Just snip off those edges. And let's see. Just kind of very gently just up and in. And I'm not trying to like tuck it down. I want that nice and high and puffed up like that. Bam. And hit this other side here. I mean, you can. So I'm just trying to very lightly just tuck the ends of the cotton in. Now, if you so choose, if you have one of these, you can fold those ends in a little bit and tuck the wicks down a little further. But I want them nice and puffed up like that. Because it helps keep that chamber nice and condensed. Kind of forms a wall the rest of the way around. Focus is not my friend tonight, so kind of helps create that wall all the way the rest of the way around there. And we'll clean it up a little bit once we get our liquid in there. Because there are some stragglers. So I have been saving this liquid for a rainy day, but it's not raining, it's snowing. But it's precipitation, so we're going to count it. I've been steeping this for quite some time. I don't know if I'll be able to get this liquid again, but man, am I craving it. This is Mao Mix Coconut Crunch. A brand new, unopened bottle. This has been steeping for months, 6 months, probably at least. It's the last bottle. I think actually I got this on my birthday. So yeah, about 6 months, because July. Sounds about right. Give it a nice shake. Rating at a 0.235, so it rounds up to a 0.24. Sorry. There we go. Need to turn the wattage up a little bit so we can pulse that liquid into the coil better. That's much better. Oh yeah, we can actually go even higher. Beautiful. There we go. That's what we're looking for. All right. Let me clean this up just a tad. Just some of those little flyaway pieces of cotton. Boom, boom, that'll do. All right, let's cap it. Where's the cap? What'd I do with it? There she is. Preliminary toot. Oh yeah. Bingo. All ready to rock. I'm gonna bring the shot out a little further. Ah, my fingers are all wet. I got juiced on the front of the paranormal. All right, bust out this beauty. Well, would you look at that? It almost fits all the way front forward. All right, now let's fill our Squonk bottle. Ooh, she purty. Thank you. I have been wanting. Oh yeah, I forgot. This has one of those cool little guys in the bottom of the straw. I would love to find just a pack of these things. I'm sure you can find them. Normally I just cut my straw diagonal. These little pieces are really cool though, because it leaves little grooves for liquid to get through, so you can just push your straw all the way down to the bottom of the bottle. Oh, don't pop open. That felt like it was going to pop open on me. Perfect. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. There we go. All right. Get our bottle back in there. Now we just need a battery. Boom, 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 boom. This will work. Positive up on a MOSFET. Oh yeah, and this is cool too. I showed this in my video, but it's got that little piece of tubing underneath the contact there. Keeps it nice and firm, so you can just press down on it. Blinking. Yeah. You know what? That coil probably isn't the most efficient coil for this MOSFET. But we're going to close this down about halfway anyway. And it's still going to vape fantastically, I am sure. There she is. Looking good. I like the smoke drip tip. Do love a good MOSFET. Consistent neck jammy. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like a little bit smaller mass of a coil, even at the same resistance, would have really showcased the power that this thing's capable of putting out. But it's still going to be a nice, beautiful, flavorful vape. They don't always have to freaking be cranking freaking full power. But yeah, I love how the smoked kind of matches the little ridge. I don't know what you call them. The textured little pieces right there. Can't wait to order my SVB Squonk Unknown. He's only doing 7 more. Just so you're aware, he announced it this morning. He only has contacts left to do 7 more. But to be fair, they don't sell like ridiculously fast. So let's bring this all the way back out. There we go. Let us move the camera back up and vape this sucker. Oh yeah, that's going to be perfect. Cut just a little bit more than halfway down. To be fair, this RDA, you could put the rowdiest of freaking coils in this sucker, and fully wide open, the amount of airflow that it can bring in wide open can really handle a spicy coil. I just prefer not to. Let's see. Cheers, guys. Really excited to get into this coconut crunch. That's so good. I also think, well, most bakeries do great when spicy or not too spicy. Now, this is a nice mellow vape. And I'll tell you, I think for me personally, I think I like the coconut crunch at a lower wattage. When you go super high wattage with the coconut crunch, yes, like the crunchy cookie aspects of it really start to stand out. But I think you start to lose the coconut at a higher wattage. So when you go more like mid-range to lower wattage, the coconut note stands out more. Squonk. You hear that? I over squonked it. That was dumb. That's all right. Quick little cleanup. We're back in action. Any suggestions on sweet fruity juices, not dessert or bakery? Gotta go. Hope you have a great week. You too, Heath. Have a good night, man. I guess it depends on, are you into anything specific? We have from JMW, we have our Grape God. Grape God is probably one of the top most popular fruity liquids. Grape God, our Bomb Pop, Watermelonade. I think the Citrus Palmberry is super slept on. You've got Advocate for Liberty's Mango Sublime. is an absolutely fantastic fruity liquid. One of the best mangoes I've ever tasted ever. Even Lady Liberty's white chocolate raspberry cheesecake, in my opinion, is very raspberry forward. Thank you, Ronnie. This was a unicorn of mine, that Hammer Time. SVB makes all kinds of different mods. He even makes a version of this mod that's not a squonk. Oh yeah, you have the blue raz and the watermelon and the grape candy as well. I forget about those because they're they were typically formulated for Nic Salt. But I would imagine they don't have to be in Nic Salt, do they? Yeah. It could stand to be a slightly bit more rowdier coil. Even this coil, if it just had like one less wrap on it, probably would do the trick. But the reason for the 6 wrap is you guys saw the deck. It's one of only 2 squonk RDAs, like kind of like in this realm, that has a postless deck. And those posts are kind of like far apart. So the 6 wrap helps it so you don't have the posts. Yeah, the posts are so far apart. You see, he knows. Yeah, so you don't have to stretch your coil out so much. But the flavor is so freaking dang good. It's worth the trade-off. And I am enjoying this drip tip. The drip tip is nice and comfortable. And it's a little bit more of a smaller bore for an 810, which also helps. And I'm able to get those longer draws off of it this way too. Man, that's good. There we have it. Also, the button is the Galactic Empire symbol, which is a nice touch. Rewicking a Fat Rabbit 2 RTA. Hotspots in RTAs are the worst, aren't they, though? Yeah. Gotta have a sip of coffee with that coconut crunch. I gotta move some stuff out of the way here. I gotta move that back. There. Push that back. All right. Speaking of RTAs, that's exactly what we got up next. Okay, one more squonk. Damn it. I gotta be careful when squonking it. I forget. That's another reason for freaking puffing the cotton up like that, is to prevent from doing that. This bottle is softer than some of the other bottles that I have too. There we go. All right, yeah. We got to get an RTA in rotation. I cleaned up the dwarf. So next up, I wanted to bring the Diplomat back out. I don't know if I've actually successfully wicked the Diplomat up on stream. The first time I ever built it on stream, some of you might remember, I accidentally pulled out a clockwise wrapped coil and accidentally was installing that coil instead of a regular, no, counterclockwise. It was a counterclockwise wrapped coil. So we had to take it out, reinstall a new coil, do that whole wonk method. And the first time I wicked it up, it was starting to go dry on me. And the Diplomat started giving me fits, dude. I saw everybody else reviewing this RTA. Now, mind you, I think they were all using the top airflow kit or the top fill kit. And you do have to wick it a little bit different with the top fill kit than you do. I only have the bottom fill because my Diplomat is the DLC. They did not make a DLC top airflow kit. So all pretty black DLC. Let's see. Be careful. But it took me weeks to dial in the wicking method for this to how I wanted to vape it. Because I wanted to get those nice long draws. And I could get it wicked to where like I could take like short draws from it. But I wanted to take long draws without it drying out. So I wanted it to stay saturated while I took like these big long 3.5, 4 second draws from it. So hopefully I can get it right tonight. I wicked it up several times correctly since then. That's not right. Why is that not reading correctly? Hold on. There we go. 0.288. Perfect. Boop, boop, boop. We're going to turn that down. I remember this ordeal. Yeah. Whoa. Hey. Hey. Oh. Let me double check. That. I don't know why this is not cooperating with me here. Nice. All right. Let's get that out of the way. So this has a 2.5 millimeter pendulum coils cherry bomb on the inside. Hopefully we can get it nice and crackly. But if not, the main objective is having it stay saturated while you're vaping the darn thing. So let me give it a quick glow because it's been sitting around for a few weeks. Beautiful. All right. Schmackle. Yeah. Let's hope. Now, for this one, I am going to pull my cotton apart and roll it back up. The trick is, I discovered doing like a diagonal cut, kind of, on the wick ends. But sometimes, because this area is so wide, sometimes I'll have to pull off these extra little pieces of cotton and very lightly tuck them into the corners to fill it out a little bit more. It's a balancing act. I need to order more liquid soon. Dude, you fly through liquid, man. It's all them freaking point none ya business setups you got rocking there. No complaints from me though, Paul. You order as much liquid as you need, buddy. So just very gently trying to pull this apart. Trying to find where the folds are. There we go. Right there with you, Paul Cole. Yeah. The Over the Moon is gone, and I have half a bottle of succulents left. Oh, sick. What did you think about that yellow label for the Over the Moon? I was actually experimenting with the 120 labels because we only have like a handful of the 120 labels, like the new design completed with like the I don't have like these here, right? The design that Dan was going with, like the larger word behind the smaller word. They're pretty much all completed for the 60s, but not for the 120s. I like it. Kind of suits it perfectly. Awesome. I took like the plain black and white universal label and put it like into like this editing app and changed the color yellow, and then just found that cool font and placed it in there. I was like, you know what? I kind of dig that. Maybe this won't end up being the permanent label, but all right, let's pull this off. We don't need that. I might even be able to pull a little bit more off. There we go. Bam. Awesome. I was playing in some of my free time. I was playing around with some labels, and it's black and yellow, just like a moon pie. Yeah. All right. Hopefully that should do. There we go. Bam. Yeah, I know. Unknown prefers his labels. I know you do. Hey, Blue Diamond, building sesh. Always late. Is that what you mean? Hope everyone's having a good week. I hope you're having a good week. Thank you. Chocolate outside, yellow cake inside. Yeah, it depends, right? On the type of moon pie. Yeah, we're gonna go the old back and forth. All right, now the trick is cut it about so. Snip. And bam. You don't want it too long and you don't want it too short. Let's see if I can get this kind of fanned out. So what we kind of want to do is fan it out. And then give it a snip. Like so. Bam. Kind of cut the top off a little bit. And then do the same thing for this side. Snip. All right. Come on, get out of there. Now I kind of want to fluff it back and forth a little bit because I want it to be kind of wide. All right, now just kind of lightly grabbing the ends and lifting them up and in there. Laying it in there nice and lightly. And trying to make sure that it's spread all the way across there. Because if there's any open space there on the edge, it can possibly flood. Which sometimes is why I'll take like a little extra piece of cotton and tuck it in there, if need be. So there we go. It's a little thick there still. There we go. All right. And just kind of lightly tuck those ends in. If there's any flyaways up top, that's okay. The liquid will kind of mat those down a little. Yeah, it looks like we're looking pretty good. It's all the way across. It's laid in there pretty nicely. So we're kind of looking like this. You see how it kind of looks feathery up top? Focus is not my friend today. There we go. Now the liquid will mat that down. She's not the prettiest looking until you get the liquid on there. So, but in order to get the type of draws from the RTA that I want, you got to be pretty particular with it. Has anyone seen the Dodpo flip side available in the States yet? Not in the States. Email eSig1. Let's see. Got the Fat Rabbit on the Hexome ripping with some PB Party on the inside. Hell yeah, dude. Hippo's going to town right alongside with us. Fluff the cotton till it looks like Dr. Robotnik. Yeah. Yes, it does, doesn't it? All right. My favorite liquid to run in this RTA. And I thought about trying the FDH apricot, but I'm kind of hanging on to my second half of the bottle. But our apricot almond, my apricot almond, my favorite liquid to run in this RTA. And I'm just going to get it started. Turn the wattage up just a touch. Has anyone ordered from 3F Vape? I haven't in like a year. I have though, just not in a long time. Just not in like, yeah, it's been like about a year. I haven't ordered from them since all the tariff stuff started. gonna dab some liquid on there. Let that soak in a little bit. There we go. Then I'm going to take these guys and just kind of very lightly clean it up. It's a very delicate process, but if you take your time and get it done right, it's well worth it. Come on, I want that little piece of cotton to tuck in there. There we go. And sometimes it's not even right the first time. But if I open it back up and play with it after vaping on it a little bit, I can kind of doctor it a little bit. All right, now this side. Just want to make sure that I'm not bunching the cotton or like cramming it in there. It's still kind of laid in there loosely, but it goes all the way across the width of that catch cup. There we go. Looks a little cleaner now, I think. Just a little bit. Focus is not my friend today. A little cleaner. Boop. There we go. Yes, sir. I did about a month ago and got my stuff. Oh, awesome. I don't know. Are they charging tariffs on frickin' 3F orders? Or brokerage fees? The brokerage fees are what really get you. All right. Let's see. Don't really like internal battery mods. So I'm going to very carefully tilt this to the side and fill this up. Maybe not quite all the way. Just to make sure. That'll do. Well, that's more than I wanted to fill it, to be honest, but we'll be okay. Very carefully. There we go. Now let's do it. Let's give it a preliminary 28 watts. It's going to need more than 28 watts, but all right, this is going on the Shift Plus side-by-side, the black one, I kind of want to start this up. Yeah, that almost ended up full. So much for halfway. There we go. What wattage is this sitting at here? 32 watts. All right. Let's give it a try, huh? She's crackling. Ordered some Reset V3s from Stealth Vape in the UK and got charged 30 for tariffs. Yeah. That's what, dude, I need some Reset V3s in the worst way. I need a couple extras. Eventually, I'll probably just snag them when it. I want to kind of try to turn this down 31 watts and see where it's at, and then I'll turn it up to 32. All right, guys, cheers. Takes a little to get broken in. 32 watts. So far, so good. Might be flooding a little. It's a weird balancing act, but let's turn it up to like 34 and see how it does at 34 watts. Yeah, it might not crackle for us, but it's vaping freaking fantastic. Sometimes I get this thing crackling like an absolute madman. And other times the liquid starts flowing into it a little quicker than I expect it to, and it kind of chokes the crackle out. However, the main piece is that it's staying saturated throughout long draws. When I vape it down a little bit, sometimes I can open it back up and tinker with it a little bit. Might have been a little too excessive on. See, that's what I'm saying. It's still a balancing act, and it's been a while since I broke it out, and that's the problem. Is when I step away from using it for a few weeks, sometimes you don't get it perfect. But it tastes fucking amazing. And that's, oh my God. The apricot almond, I don't know what it is about this tank and why it brings out the absolute best of the apricot almond for me. But man, it's just at its absolute best in this RTA. Sometimes the heat, I think, causes it to do that too. I'm going to try 36 watts. Yum, yum. Love this tank. We got time, guys. I don't even know what to do. I got VG nose from ripping on that thing so fast. It looks 60 vote. Thanks, man. Yeah, all blacked out. I've got that charcoal colored Shift Plus also. The black is so much cleaner. With the black wrap, the black tank, and the black wrap being like that shiny, kind of having that shimmer to it, kind of matches that DLC finish. Too bad we didn't get the crackle, but it doesn't matter. It's not choking out on me. And that's usually the issue that I have. If I wick this tank wrong, it starts to choke out on me. It's not doing that at all. It's magically delicious. Yeah. Yeah. The apricot really freaking, it's just so like saturated and juicy. And then it has like that very mild, like mellow kind of creamy custard exhale to it with the almond note to it. And this bottle is like over 2 months steeped. Holy moly. We got through that with way more time left than I thought. I got an idea. Since we have a half hour left, and I said if we had time, I wanted to throw a mix together. Now, I'm not going to go get the flavors and mix it. Love that you're getting into... yeah, me too. I still think the Dwarf is my absolute favorite RTA. I know people have been having mixed reviews on the Sparrow. The Sparrow is another one that was a little bit of a learning curve to wick. But I was having that Sparrow singing with succulents in it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I was always pro dual coil RTA for the longest time. And lately I've been getting into a lot more single coil RTAs. Excuse me. Yeah, I thought like with this amount of time left, like we could wick something else up, but then what happens is I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setups going. When I start to get to like more than 5 setups going, it starts to become a little excessive. I haven't had great luck with it. Really, I need to get it back out and try again. Yeah, it's finicky. GT4 all day. I would love to get my hands on a GT4, but man, I'm just in no rush just because I enjoy the Dwarves so much that I don't know. And when I get this wicked right, the Diplomat, how much better could the GT4 really be than the Dwarf, you know? And I know everybody says it's the absolute most fantastic RTA out there, but the Dwarf, dude, that Dwarf really holds a special place in my heart. There we go. It's reaching that point where the cotton is starting to expand. I should be able to turn the wattage down a couple watts and it'll start to even out. All right. Yeah, so I don't want to wake something else up just because it ends up being too much. Oh, it is 6 setups if you count the taster setup. But I had an idea. And this came from Bogan has been vaping this liquid that is really intriguing to me. And I kind of wanted to put this together while it was in my head. So here's what I was thinking. Dubai chocolate. Dubai chocolate is a viral luxury chocolate bar originating from whatever, featuring a rich milk chocolate shell filled with a crunchy, creamy mixture of toasted kadayif, which is a shredded phyllo pastry, pistachio paste, and tahini. It is renowned for its intense crunch, nutty flavor profile, and high-quality ingredients. I looked this up, what that, like, toasted, I don't even know how you say that word is. Kadayif, I don't know. Yeah, I've never actually tried it, but I discovered, like, I was Googling around and looking it up. Is it Kadafe? That it's similar to sugar taro. So what I was thinking was, I had kind of an idea in my head earlier today. Let's go. Oh no, wait, create recipe. I'm not going to make this public yet, but Dubai chocolate. I was thinking of starting with this chocolate. Nope, why did it do that? Chocolate mousse, SSA, a little bit of dark chocolate medicine flour, then we need sugar taro. Yeah, it has like pieces of crunchy. Yeah, the deep fried sugar taro. Yeah, yep. I figured it's worth a shot. I think I want to go. Wait, creamy? No, not that one. Pistachio cream, Wonder Flavors, 2%. A little bit of green joy, 1%. Nah, 0.75. Deep fried sugar taro at 1%. And crispy wafer at like, I don't know, 0.75. It's kind of what I had in mind. Kind of like the Butterfinger cups. Not that flavor though. Oh, okay. That's kind of what I had in mind. Super sweet. I think I want to go Capella. Because I think Capella sometimes makes chocolate come a little bit more forward. It's kind of what I had in mind. Right there. At least it's a good start. I don't think I'm going to pull the flavors because then I would have to set up my scale. Risk knocking my camera offline. But, man, this took way quicker to kind of brainstorm. Because I already kind of had the idea in my head earlier today. And I've never really used the deep fried sugar taro in a mix. And I don't know what that Kadafe really tastes like. But it said that like their real life properties are very similar. Crisping it up a little bit with the crispy wafer. You've got your chocolate layer, your creamy pistachio. The pistachio cream is a little bit more creamy than it is pistachio, but the Green Joy, I think, is a pretty punchy pistachio flavor on its own. So I think, and it's creamy itself. I think the two of them together could make a good pistachio cream filling. And I think this is a good start for an idea to mix up next week. Boom. Wiki. Let's lock it in. Save. I think that could work. At least it's a start. There really isn't anything else that I can think of. So yeah. Yeah, if it doesn't work, you can always turn up wafer and drop taro for a tasty mix at the very least. Yeah. I mean, listen, I've never even had the real thing. I was just kind of hoping for some type of a creamy chocolate pistachio mix with a little bit of crispiness to it, you know. Want to try that? I like this recipe. Yeah, but different from most chocolates. Yeah. And the chocolate mousse and the dark chocolate medicine flour together, magnifique. It's definitely going to be creamy. That's for sure. It's definitely going to be creamy. I don't know how potent that sugar taro is going to, that deep fried sugar taro is going to be in a mix. I've never used it with anything. But yeah, I think that could work. To at least be something tasty. Fucking shit ass balls day. I'm here though. Cheers, y'all. Cheers. What's up, face meat? Anybody got any other ideas? Maybe. Oh, you hear that? That's starting to... There it is. The cotton's starting to expand, and it's, I think also because it's cooling down. When it was hot, yeah, the one thing that I've heard about the chocolate is is that it is a very velvety, smooth, creamy chocolate. Like, sure, like, it's initially kind of like the coating of a chocolate bar, but like, I'm kind of thinking like when it gets to the point where it's already starting to melt in your mouth. And I mainly want that mouthfeel, that velvety, smooth, creamy mouthfeel. So we'll see how it does. Yeah, that's really all we got. Like a melted chocolate bar, yeah. I mean, what other chocolates are there that aren't as creamy and melty? Like, there really isn't a chocolate that represents. Oh yeah, hazelnut could be a good addition to that. Even if not to add like an additional nutty flavor, but to add that little bit of that dark edge that hazelnut can bring to a mix. I do love me some Flavor West hazelnut. There are thicker chocolates, but it will change the flavor. Yeah, I want to start by trying that first and see where we go. We'll mix this up next week. Something to look forward to. And then also another mix that we haven't mixed yet. I showed you guys this a couple weeks ago. Oh yeah. Let's see. This one. Come on, go there. There we go. This Coconut Lemon 9000. Basically, this would have worked for another seldom never used recipe, basically, because I'd never used either of these coconuts before. I've been sitting on them for a while. And then I just got this lemon pound cake in. I really want to do some kind of like a lemon blueberry muffin type of thing. I could see this lemon pound cake working really well with the two blueberry muffins. So I think we'll mix these two up next week. Something to look forward to. The chocolate mousse and MF dark chocolate are great together. Yeah, they really are. Back when I waited tables in the 90s, when we were cleaning the coffee pots, we'd always put a touch of the leftover coffee to the more solid hot fudge to soften it, and it made the hot fudge. Heck yeah. So yeah. Something to look forward to next week. 9:16. We might be done a few minutes early tonight. It was super nami after that. Sorry, not enough space for me to type. Yeah, type out the full comment. No worries. Yeah, I figured those two would work really well together because they're both technically like creamy pistachio flavors. One is heavier on the cream, and one has that. The Green Joy really has a punchy, deep pistachio note. When I used it to boost the pistachio flavor in the pistachio pudding cake recipe that I had to turn it down from where I initially had it, because I think I had it at like 1 1/4. Joy, huh? Yeah, I don't. Joy could be nice, but I don't have enough of it to play with. Just because it's kind of reserved for a recipe on the menu. Here's my cranberry lemon custard. Heck yeah, hold on. I gotta get back on. Let's take a look at it. If I can get back to the live stream here. There we go. If the comments want to pull up, there we go. Neil sharing his cranberry lemon custard cake V2. Starting to see more and more people using the SSA buttercream. Buttercream from SSA at 0.5. Cranberry TPA at 1%. Cranberry blood orange perillum at 2%. It's a really good flavor. It's just really juicy. Cream cheese icing Lorenz at 0.75. Creamy sponge cake Flavor West at 3%. Lemon cake and Awera. Ooh. That's another one that I've never used. Lemon cake and Awera at 2%. Lemon custard, Wonder Flavors at 1.5%. Probably one of my all-time favorite lemon flavors right there. Lemon Squares Wonder Flavors at 1%. Super Sweet Perillum at 0.5%. And Sweet Cream, underrated Sweet Cream right there. Works really great in ice cream mixes. Sweet Cream Flavor West at 1%. Interesting. Lots of potential there. Oh, man. I've never used the buttercream SSA or the lemon cake and Awera. I can definitely see that being a nice citrusy dessert with a cranberry, a little bit of a cranberry twist there. Heck yeah, Neil, thank you. Couple adaptations. Steep time 14 days. What am I missing? See, I have this, but it's listed as something else. I think it's just labeled as I don't know. It comes up as two different names. I have it named as something. Which one is the correct name is the question. I swear I saw this somewhere. Probably in the box of stuff that I haven't sorted yet. I don't have the TPA cranberry though. I have Capella. Looking good, Neil. Thank you. Mental health is hyper important. If you're struggling, please know you're not alone. And if it's needed, you can visit that website right there that Tim just shared or dial 988 for assistance. One of the bravest things you can do is ask for help if you need it. Trust me. I know. Dale. No, the cat's not hiding in the box. Baby, it's cold outside. That's going to do it for tonight, guys. I've pretty much run out of things to do and run out of things to say. I love you all. You guys kick ass. I've got a pretty sizable order to take care of tonight. However, feel free to come to the JMW Discord and hang out. I might not hang out super late, but I definitely want to see your beautiful faces. You know, it kind of reminds me of fellowshipping after going to a meeting. I don't attend meetings like I used to in the past, but there was a meeting that I used to go to every Monday night. And the best part of the meeting was going to hang out together afterwards. And if you're not a member of the JMW Discord, you can snag that link there. Oh no, that's the wrong one. This one that an advocate for liberty posted. Come join the Discord and come join us in the voice chat. Come hang out. And yeah, you stay warm as well, Face Meat. That's an updated link from last week. Heck yeah, thank you, Tim. Thank you. And also, Wee Baby Seamus is back. We're finishing a little bit early, so feel free to hop over on Twitch. He usually starts anytime between 9:30, 9:45 for the dopamine dump. We might be finished a few minutes early here tonight, but it is not the last of the vaping content and good vibes for this Monday. Don't have to rush your order. Take your time. All right. If I don't get to it tonight, I'll get it done tomorrow. I knew better than to try to push myself to get it done yesterday, just because I was chilling. I appreciate that. You're the only one currently in the queue, the last I checked. So I'm at least going to work on it. But guys, another successful Monday in the books. We got something to look forward to for some DIY mixes next week. And a lot of sexy freaking things. We should take a look real quick at everything we got running. Because why the heck not? Let's see if we can do this the first time without... There we go. Hey, there's everything we got running for the week right now. Not a bad lineup to start the week with, if I don't say so myself. Another Crackle video? We're gonna get on out of here, guys. Feel free to say your goodbyes, leave any fun hashtags or little last words in the chat. I like to throw them up on screen on our way out of here. You know what? Let's grab this one. Guys, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Shout out to the replay crew. I do see you guys. Welcome again to the new subscribers who came and hung out with us, who were in chat earlier. Hashtag Squonk Life. You guys fucking rock. Love you all. See you guys in the hangs. JMW voice chat. Thank you as always for wicking it and kicking it with me. We are JMW.